Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Janet here at my modern homestead. Welcome if you're new here, and welcome back if you're not new here. So anyway, my kitchen is a wreck. I've been in it. I've been washing and labeling these jars up, and look at this, y'all. This is from my garden this week. So I've been writing down what I got and how much it all weighed, and I've got some eggs on the stove because y'all, I want to try a recipe. I wasn't going to bring y'all along, but I was like, oh, why not? It could be fun if it turns out. So, this squash, it looks so pale on camera. I mean, it's paler than those, but it's not white looking like that. Anyway, I just came in from the garden. I've been hoeing up some weeds. I forgot my jalapeno, y'all. I have jalapenos in my garden and didn't even know it. Not only jalapenos, I have got cayenne growing, I've got bell peppers growing, I've got habaneros growing. Just call me the red hot chili pepper. Anyway, let's go grab that jalapeno and get busy. Please pardon the lawnmower. Jake is out here cutting grass. Y'all, look at these candy roaster squash. They are a good 6 feet across, if not 7. Goodness, they're so big. I didn't want to come back out here to get this pepper, but I had to. What's the use in growing this stuff if you're not going to use it, right? Look at all the weeding I've got done. Here are the eggplants and piles of weeds. Got the grass out of most of my peppers. I still need to get some down on that end. But anyway, look y'all. Oh my goodness. Where's it at? You can't even see it from this angle. Can y'all see it? I've actually got 2 and some baby ones growing. Okay, I'm gonna cut this and it's gonna hit the ground because I've only got 2 hands, y'all. But it's all right. When it hits the ground, we're going to go outside. I mean, not outside. We're outside. Hello. We're going to go inside and get this recipe started. Woo. I hope it's going to be good. There's the habaneros. We got to come up with something good for those. Can y'all see the baby butternut squashes? It is happening, y'all. Oh, look, I just now have seen another one. I got to go in and get busy. It's just so exciting. There's the corn and some of the beans and all that grass. I think the honey's gonna have to pick that in his snake boots because I don't want to go in there. All right, y'all, so this is an experiment. I've never done this before. I don't have a recipe I'm going by. I'm just making it up as I go. So the first thing I want to do is chop up half of this onion. I don't think I'm going to cook this in my cast iron skillet because I know it will stick. I think what I'm going to do is actually use my enamel cast iron pan. It's a little square pan. We'll see it in a minute. That way it won't stick. I'm also going to chop up the jalapeno, 1 clove of garlic, and I think I'm just going to do the 3 tiniest squashes. Because my husband loves fried squash, so I think I'm going to save the biggest ones for him. Now once I get all this chopped up, and pardon me for using this knife, my favorite chopping knife is dull and hasn't been sharpened yet. But once I get all this chopped up, I'm going to saute this all together, except for the jalapeno. But I'll saute everything else together in the skillet. And then we'll make our cornbread like we usually do, except for the milk. And we'll add it last once I get all the ingredients in there. And we'll just cook it just like we always do. I'm making a mess, aren't I? So much for these cutting skills. That's why I don't talk and chew bubble gum at the same time. Alright. Let's do the squash. Let's chop off the ends. Ooh, onions getting to me. Alright, the squash and one garlic clove. And I'll just cut off the ends to peel it. You can always smash it. Don't need a lot, but I don't need the peels. Be right back. Okay, let's add some butter to the skillet. Had it turned off, but it's still hot. Let's add in the onions and squash. I'm not going to do the garlic until this is almost done. While this is sauteing, I'm going to go ahead and chop up the jalapeno. I'm not going to leave the seeds in. We don't want it hot. But what I am going to do is save my seeds so I have jalapeno seeds for next year. It's okay if you got one or two. And I'll just dice finely. Give this a stir, and then I'm going to go measure out 2 cups of cornmeal mix. I use the buttermeal self-rising cornmeal mix. There we go. Now I'm going to add the jalapenos to the cornmeal mix. Because those are chopped so fine, they'll cook with the cornbread. And if you do this and just make cheesy jalapeno cornbread, I'll tell you something that's really good. That is if you fry up about 3 pieces of bacon and chop those up and throw those in there. Okay, and to this I'm adding, I don't know, somewhere between 2/3 of a cup, half a cup, I don't know, 2 cups maybe. I mean, not 2 cups, 1 cup of shredded cheese, any kind you like. Sorry, y'all couldn't see that, could you? Pardon my cake pan, I just washed it this morning. I haven't put it up yet because it's hard to get to. Y'all do that, put off stuff when it's hard to get to when you need to put it up. So there's the cheese and jalapeno in the cornmeal mix. Just let this keep cooking, and when the onions and squash are soft, then we'll add this to the cornmeal mix also. Y'all, I forgot to put my shortening in it before I put all that stuff in there. I'm just going to add about what I would normally add. And then all we're just going to do is just call it good. This is good enough, so I'm going to turn it off and let it cool for a minute. Wash off my hand, and I think I'm going to have to put this cornbread mix in a different bowl so it all fits. Because I still have to add milk after I add the squash and onions. Y'all, we got to add the garlic. So I'm thinking. Just a few seconds where the garlic is all you need. Because remember, this has still got to go in the oven to bake. Ooh, pour this into here. This is my cast iron pan I'm going to use. I'm just rubbing a little bit of butter over the surface. And because it's enamel, it's just naturally not going to stick terribly. And it will wash out easily. It's one thing I love about porcelain and enamel. But there we go. Now, we're not going to worry about those little chunks of butter. They'll be just fine. Okay, now we'll proceed just like... y'all, what am I missing? I'm in too big of a hurry, aren't I? Cover up this egg. I'm going to add just a little bit of milk. And then let's go get our squash and onions. This pan is so heavy. She's saying this pan's heavy. Sorry, y'all, I didn't know that camera was going. Ooh, the squash is a little bit warm. Cool it off so it won't cook that egg. There we go. And just mix it up to cornbread consistency. And I always use my hands, y'all. You're gonna cook this cornbread. I don't know of anything on my hands that, especially when they've been washed, that can't be cooked away. Mama always used her hands for cornbread and biscuits. And so did my grandmama. We're all here to living to tell about it. hands are the greatest tools you got. You're blessed to have them, so let's use them. We're almost there. Another way this is really good is to make the cornbread sticks. You've got that cast iron pan that looks like little pieces of corn. Makes that nice little crust on all those pieces. Yum. My power better not go out. Did y'all just see it flicker? There we go, y'all. Mix this in, and then we're going to pour it into here, and it will be ready for the oven. Now that flickering is just my under the cabinet lights. I don't even know if y'all can see it, just in case. Now with this meal, we're going to have deviled eggs and some ham we had left over from Easter. It's been in the freezer. Wish we had a tomato. I'm not going to go get one. I'm trying to make it through this week without going to the grocery store. Now, I have to admit, I did send Alyssa to get eggs and milk. I forgot I had eggs. I could have made this without it. It would have been okay. I could have done without deviled eggs, but just didn't want to. But if I had to, I could have. That's the important part. And I had canned milk. I just didn't want to open a whole jar of milk just for cornbread. There we go. Let's wash this pan and stick this cornbread in the oven. Okay, now I normally cook my cornbread on 425 in the cast iron, but because I'm using the enamel, I don't know why actually, but I'm just cooking it on 410, 405, 400. I really don't remember what I set the oven on, but it was not 425. And when that's ready, we're going to pop that in. And while I'm waiting and while this is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and do my deviled eggs. And we're going to warm up 2 jars of the Hoppin' Johns that we canned earlier this year. There we go, y'all. I set the oven at 405 degrees and I put the timer on 22 minutes. We may need that much time, we may not. We'll just have to see. I don't know, y'all, but I think these eggs are going to be out of this world. Maybe from another galaxy. What y'all think? I hope it's showing as golden as it really is on camera. Ooh, I can't wait to try it. Here we go, y'all. Oh, it's hot, hot, hot. Isn't that pretty? Let's see if we can taste it without burning ourselves. That's good, y'all. Oh, I hope I don't have it in my teeth. This is so good. Now stick around to the end of the video. I'll show you the whole meal put together in the photo at the end. When we're at the end, speaking of that. So y'all, thank you so much for joining me. You know I love it when you come and spend a few minutes with me. So until we meet again, may you be blessed. Love you guys. She's mocking me.